Hi everyone. Today, we're diving into a programming message that can look a bit intimidating at first glance. Type ListObject is not a subtype of type PigeonUserDetails in typecast. Don't worry, we're going to break down exactly what this means, why you're seeing it, and most importantly, how to fix it in your code. Let's get started. First, let's understand the key terms in this error message. Think of ListObject as a general container, like a shopping basket. It can hold many different items, maybe apples, oranges, or milk. It's a collection of things. On the other hand, PigeonUserDetails is a very specific type, like a special box designed only for user details related to a system called Pigeon. This box might hold the user's name, their email address, or a unique ID. It has a very defined structure. Now, what does subtype mean here? A subtype is a more specific version of something. For example, a golden retriever is a subtype of dog. But a general dog is not necessarily a golden retriever. In our error, ListObject is not a more specific version of PigeonUserDetails. They are fundamentally different kinds of things. ListObject is a collection, while PigeonUserDetails is a single, specific data structure. Finally, typecast is when you tell the computer, hey, treat this item as if it were this other type. You're trying to force a shape onto something. Imagine trying to fit a square peg, which is your ListObject, into a round hole, which is where a PigeonUserDetails is expected. The computer is essentially saying, no, that won't work, these types are incompatible. So, why does this error happen? You're typically encountering this because your code is trying to treat an entire list of items as if it were a single, specific PigeonUserDetails object. You might have a list that contains PigeonUserDetails objects, but the ListObject itself is not a PigeonUserDetails. The system is expecting one specific user detail item, but it's receiving a whole basket of items instead. It's like someone asking you for an apple and you hand them the entire fruit basket. The basket is not an apple. It contains apples, but it's not the apple itself. This mismatch is the root cause. You're trying to cast the container, ListObject, to the type of the item it holds, PigeonUserDetails, which is incorrect. Now, for the fix. The solution usually involves clarifying your intent. Ask yourself, are you expecting a single PigeonUserDetails object, or are you expecting a list of PigeonUserDetails objects? 1. If you expect a single PigeonUserDetails, make sure the variable you're trying to cast is actually a single PigeonUserDetails. If you're getting it from a list, you need to access a specific item from that list first. For example, instead of casting the whole mylist, you might need to do mylist.get0 to retrieve the first item, and then cast that specific item to PigeonUserDetails. 2. If you expect a list of PigeonUserDetails, you generally don't cast the ListObject itself to PigeonUserDetails. Instead, if your programming language supports generic lists, like list PigeonUserDetails, ensure your list is already declared with the correct generic type. If your list is a more general ListObject, you will likely need to iterate through the list and cast each individual item within the list to PigeonUserDetails as you process them. You are converting the items inside the list, not the list container itself. Always review the line of code causing the error. What is the actual type of the variable on the left side of the cast operation? What type are you trying to force it into? Also, check your data source. Is the API, database, or function returning what you truly expect it to? Understanding the difference between a container and the items within it is key to resolving this error. So, that's the breakdown of type ListObject is not a subtype of type PigeonUserDetails in typecast. This error simply means you're trying to treat a list as a single specific item, or vice versa, in a way the compiler doesn't understand. Take a moment to check your types, understand what your code expects, and what it's actually receiving. Hopefully, this helps you debug your code faster and with more confidence. Thanks for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please consider subscribing for more programming tips and tricks. Give this video a thumbs up, and feel free to share it with anyone else who might be struggling with similar typecasting issues. See you next time.